Hello everyone, welcome to From the Void Podcast, a show all about Eternal and our experiences with the game. With me, as always, is my good friend and co-host, Bassoon. How are you, sir?
Hey, bud. I'm good.
Oh man, it's the Christmas holiday season. It's busy. We're all a little tired. It seems a little this morning, but we have we have some great news today. I'm not gonna spoil it, but we have some pretty sweet things. Bassoon, why don't you introduce our guest? How about that?
The man that we have on the show before you now is a karate legend, a premium master, the leader of the dojo himself, SifuDanny. Rap horn. What's up, Danny?
What's up? Thank you for that introduction.
Oh man, I was a little worried about you being able to get up for our AM podcast time. I'm glad you're here, buddy.
Oh,
dude, I got up like 3 hours ago. I was excited.
Awesome.
that is a rarity in the life of Danny. Are you in a cycle of resetting your sleep schedule again?
I don't really have a sleep schedule. It's just whenever I'm tired, I go to sleep. But usually this is the time I'm tired. So
okay.
So is that your work schedule or is just time zone difference? I don't know where you are in the world. So what is
I
that?
live in Mississippi.
Okay.
It's mainly what I should be awake, but very rarely am I.
Oh yeah, I understand. Yeah, so I like staying up late and I don't like waking up, so I totally understand that. But my job requires me to wake up in the morning, so such is life. All right, let's go on to our week in Eternal. Bassoon, how was your week in Eternal? Did you do anything cool? Did you climb the ladder a little bit?
Mine was fine. I this for the first time in the history of this game, I was kind of feeling like it was feeling a little stale. I think I'm just like ready for some new cards. I've been playing the game a lot because I love my stream. So I had to find like some creative ways to have fun this week. So yesterday I had a really fun stream where I had subs play decks against me, and then I played their deck against the next sub. It's kind of convoluted, but it was a lot of fun to play, like just not ladder.
Nice.
And they did manage to make me spend around 20,000 dust the day before an expansion.
You shouldn't have that much before a new set comes out anyway.
What? That's the opposite of what is true, Danny.
I think I got like 2,000 dust.
We'll talk about that, Danny. Don't you worry. How was your week, Danny?
Oh, that's pretty good. I've been having a sinus infection. I got really sick. Caused a lot of problems. But today's the first day I woke up without any problems. So.
Oh, glad we got you here.
That's good, man. That's good. I'm glad that hopefully you're on the mend, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing.
Are you going to stream today?
Of course. New set.
Are you going to go live as soon as the set drops?
No, I won't go live till about 6 Central.
That's good. Let the dust settle and then come in and swoop in. All those Twitch Prime, all those people excited with Twitch Prime tokens.
Yes. All right, let's get right into the news because we got some news this week. It was a busy week in Eternal news. There was a lot of controversy. There was notorious GHP trying to delay the set again.
Can you believe that guy?
I know. Tell you what. And just there's like Xbox articles revealing things. What is going on in the world this week? I don't know. I say what. All right, first thing we want to talk about though is I have to pull it up here. The Direwolf Digital Store. Yes, this is kind of cool. It's not exactly what I don't know. Let me try and get the words here to say. This is cool because we can buy directly through their website now, and we get bonuses. So I'm excited about that. Basically,
yes, same stuff or same price, more stuff. If you have PayPal, you don't even need PayPal. You just need to be comfortable putting your debit card into a form on the internet. Then go ahead and do it.
Yeah, you get free content. Most of it, you get extra draft tickets, which is awesome. Some you get extra gems, and then they also said with this announcement that they have the packs now available. We have the starter pack is just an example here. If you buy the starter pack for $10, you get 300 extra gems and 1 draft ticket. That's a pretty good deal for $10. And with all the stuff that packs and the other gems you get and everything, which is cool. But what I really want to talk about is the Founders Pack is now available for $50. And what do you get with this? You get quite a lot, actually.
I get peace of mind because people stop asking me about them.
Yes.
That's the most exciting part for me, is people are finally going to stop bothering me about them.
Yes. You get 500 extra gems and 2 draft tickets if you go online and purchase that. So that's cool. That gives you the premium sigils and all that good stuff. You should know what all that is about because you've been asking for quite a while, what is all this? What is going on here? But anyway, so yeah, 6,500 gems, 2 draft tickets, premium sigils, Eternal Throne Totem, Jack and Ikaria premium avatars, all for the price of $50, which is a good price. So, encourage you, go do that. All right, what I'm excited about though is finally the Veterans Pack is out. This is pretty sweet.
Everyone, what are your E-Peens? Danny, what does your E-Peen look like?
Huh? The sword?
Yeah.
I started July 26th last year.
Oh, you got a nice gold one, I think?
The one below crystal, I think it's the diamond one.
Oh, the diamond? Okay,
Yeah.
cool.
Oh, set 2 is still diamond? Okay.
Yeah, I like all these. What about you, Bassoon? Which one did you pick up?
I'm the diamond. I started playing like the same week that Jack's Bounty came out.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and I was in closed beta, so I got the Master Sword, because as my thing, I got into closed beta, played it for a little bit, didn't play it for several months, and started playing religiously, and then, so I am grateful for that. I think all of them look really cool, so I'd be happy with any of them, honestly. So
I saw a couple on stream when I was playing, and I think the gold sword, when I'm playing against my opponent, the gold sword probably looks the best. I'm a little disappointed that you can't, like, when you get one, you don't get all the ones downgraded. You only get the one that you're merited.
That's true. Let's start a riot here of like hashtag free
Give
the
us more
swords or something.
card
Yes, exactly. So, but
It's a little interesting that they've effectively made it to where no one person can have every card back in the game.
yeah, there was
That's kinda
people
interesting.
there was people arguing about it on Discord and stuff, saying I made it to Masters so many times, like, you know, like I should. I'm like, no, like they're
Imagine
giving it.
caring about your card back.
I know. I was like, I'm like
I need to do
we're
sleeves.
we're
I need to do
arguing-
sleeves every month.
we're arguing about a card back, okay? Okay. Anyway, but I think the package is really worth it. 3,000 gems, 3 draft tickets, veteran premium card back, all 5 basic totems. And then if you do the extra bonus, you get a draft ticket with it. So I mean, it's great value. I can't.
I'm not dropping $25 for a sword on a card back that I'll never equip.
Mm-hmm.
But I use gems to buy packs when expansions come out. So this was great value. I went ahead and bought it.
Yeah, I'll be getting it tonight. I think just the gem value alone is worth it, right? Not counting the drafts.
Yeah. 3,000 gems is more than $25 worth of gems.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure. Taco Lord on chat says, I'm disappointed you can't get a Russ's sword if you suck at that game. So
Maybe no one has sucked enough. Maybe it's there. It's in the data.
Oh man, that's great. A rusted sword. I love it. Kind of like the whole Lord of the Rings broken sword. I don't know. It'd be great. I think I would want that card back more than the others. That'd be just, I don't know. That's just, you can throw your opponents off like, yeah, I really stink at this game, and then you beat them. And so
You're like a pool shark.
yeah, it's something like that, you know. So, all right, but that's that right there. So I'm excited. So, especially with the expansion release, they did this. Shout out to Direwolf Digital. When I bought the Veterans Pack, I only got 2,000 gems instead of 3,000. And
Way to go, idiot.
I know.
This is why I'm here, by the way. I'm here as soon as we would say that over and over.
But I'm saying they fixed it really quickly, so thank you guys.
Holy crap, Danny! Put your mug on the screen. That's a sick mug, dude. Does the screen show something when it gets hot?
Yeah.
Holy!
Yeah.
It's
wow.
so good.
That is
Good
a
Lord.
sweet Game Boy. Okay.
What's the picture on the Game Boy?
Man, you gotta ask me. It's already going DM. One is Mario finding Daisy, not Peach. And
Okay.
the other one, I don't remember. But yeah, it heats up. It does that. I've got 2 that I really like. This is one, and then when I have my green screen active, I've got another one with Zelda with the shield. So, but when you pick it up, because the green screen, the mug is green, so it goes away, and only the Zelda shield is showing when I.
Holy moly, that's so hot,
wow.
dude.
That was a nice Nintendo promotion right there. So we turn into a Nintendo podcast now, people. So like,
put Eternal on the Switch.
Yes. Anyway.
Agreed.
All right. Yes. Direwolf Digital. If you're listening to this, hopefully you are. You should. It's an awesome show.
Listen, if Eternal not being on the Switch is definitely not Direwolf's fault.
No, I know. And so we won't even go with PlayStation with how they're doing things. Anyway, all right. Let's go on to now to Defiance. Defiance is, guess what, being released today. Now there was a lot of, let's talk about this real quick. There was some controversy with this because I think it was, what was the, I don't have the article here. I should have linked the article, but there was an
Xbox Live article.
Yes, that basically said, oh, by the way, they showed some new cars, revealed some things, and said, oh, by the way, it's going to be released on Wednesday, which would have been the 12th. And everyone was like, what? You know, so like Discord was going crazy, Twitter was just saying, that's tomorrow. So what do you think all about that? I mean, it's being released today. Direwolf did come out and say, hey, it's Thursday, not Wednesday. But what do you think all about that?
I wouldn't be surprised if they said something they maybe were not supposed to have said in that article. Mm-hmm. And maybe the 12th was the original planned release date, and then they just couldn't push it out fast enough. It's not that big a deal. People were like real mad about it. It's not that big a deal to me.
No.
There's two things I'd like to say about this. I wish there was an event leading into this so you could spend some of your gold to, acquire some packs. Because I missed that. Like, I didn't know I missed that till it didn't happen this time.
Yeah.
Also, I don't think they meant to release it this week. I mean, I'm just saying, the announcement happens, and Direwolf didn't even retract the statement or anything until like 7:00 p.m. that night.
Wouldn't it make sense though for them? The reason they didn't say anything is they were like, maybe we can get it out tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. That's what I was getting at. I was like, maybe they were thinking like 2 weeks from now they were going to release it, and then they showed up at the office and was like, can we get this together?
It was like a huge conference meeting. Like, can we do this? And it's like, no, we need it. So,
I wouldn't be surprised if there was an event after Christmas, like a big Gold Sync event that is in a similar format to the pre-release events, but you know, it's post-release.
The only thing I wish they would have. I don't know. My thing about I'm fine with them doing this. I think I like surprises. It's cool. It's like, oh yeah, by the way, Thursday is here. I'm fine with that. I'm not. Some people are upset about that, but I think also just kind of maybe a little bit more hype around it in a sense of letting streamers reveal things. It was a very for like revealing cards and stuff like that, and just like take some of the most popular Eternal streamers and and say, hey, I mean, because the sets are how big? They're over 200 cards, right? And so you can have cards, on 50 different streamers, just to give them promoting the streamers, but also promoting the cards, just kind of to build excitement up, saying, hey, it's happening this month, but here's instead of just through articles on their website, which are fine too, but it's just, I don't know. I thought they could
If you know me, you know me. If anybody who has talked to me personally about my views about how the world should work, I am very reticent to apologize on behalf of a corporation. But I do feel like that they've been pushing out a lot of stuff, and the holiday season is like right on us. Mm-hmm. So I think maybe it's not that big a deal that they prioritized pushing out the release. They have a week now to fix any devastating bugs that happen before Christmas, which they will. They always do. And then go on, just have like a nice Christmas break. And I think that it's like, as long as they get it right in the future, I think it's okay for them to push out the release of the cards, fix the cards, and then go on Christmas vacation. It makes sense to me. If you think, I'm not saying I'm completely right, that's definitely what happened. Mm-hmm. But I'm saying if we live in a world where that did happen, then it's not hard to have empathy for a group of people for doing it this way.
Oh yeah. I'm not faulting them for pushing it out just like this fast. I more cards sooner, that's fine. I'm not complaining, and they have time if anything happens, like you said, to get it right. But they're a young company still, but they're for the Eternal card game, it's a young game, and they've done a lot of content since coming out of beta, like a lot of content. So props to them. Next time, like I said, my only complaint, maybe just do more reveals with streamers and everything for the community. I think that would be cool, but that's my only complaint. So it's not, I just help promote the community and stuff. Anything else with that before we go on?
You go ahead, Danny.
I agree with Bassoon on this. Like they are, and you guys, they are coming out with a lot of content. And in the past, they've done a little bit better, but they didn't have as much on their, their table to work with. With the release, they have released a lot of content after beta, and I really hope going forward they do more of what y'all are talking about with promoting the game. Like not you don't have to do no big commercials or anything like that, but I really would like to see a little bit more in the future. But they are a small company, pretty much just what y'all said repeated.
Yes. And so
this is old news for everybody else that is watching in the future, watching our VODs on YouTube and listening on iTunes. But for anybody in the chat currently, it would be wise of you to, if you're playing on a mobile device, to go ahead and update it now. So as soon as the game goes back live, you can get right in there and get to leveling up your forge or whatever.
for sure.
So you can pre-patch before the game goes back up. So go ahead and do that now. Which
is awesome. And so go ahead and do that. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about you, SifuDanny. This is your spotlight right here to tell us about yourself, your card game history, when you started playing Eternal, your name, all that stuff. Just
why are you SifuDanny? Let's start there.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So
do you know karate?
I had about 8 to 10 years in Chinese boxing, which is
holy moly,
a lot of different martial arts. You got Tai Chi, Bagua. You got a couple of different things, Shina, a couple of different martial arts incorporated. A couple of things that Bruce Lee did, and
my sister was really into Walum Kung Fu.
Walu or Wal?
Yeah.
The eight fighting. Yeah,
mm-hmm.
It's pretty good. But the way I got my name, I'm very lazy in some aspects of my life. And one was in middle school. I was supposed to create an email. I just didn't want to, and my dad created it for me, and he put Sifu in the front, which means teacher. I was an assistant in the school I was at working. I was, I was helping. And, Sifu is just terminology as teacher. A lot of people get that confused.
Yeah.
You can have that as a professor. You can have that as a lot of things. And so he put my title, Sifu, and then 87, the year I was born. And that's been my thing since then. Every game I picked up, high school, Call of Duty came along, video gaming, you had to go online. And that was just my tag. And that's how the name started, and I got in a bad motorcycle wreck, and I'm not able to do the things I want to do anymore, and it was just a way to keep that going with me naming myself that on my stream, and it just kind of took off from there.
Cool.
Awesome.
So is that when you started streaming after your accident?
Yeah.
Okay. So what made you get into Eternal? Were you just kind of like looking for a card game to play? Did you play Magic before or Hearthstone? Just go ahead.
In 2003, I started playing Magic. The girlfriend at the time, she was buying a comic for her father. Took me to a store, and she wanted to get to do something together, and she made the mistake of introducing me to Magic.
Then you broke up with her and married Magic.
Well, in a sense, yes.
Broke up.
We were high school sweethearts. We go to college, and I find the competitive life of Magic. I find these people that are willing to travel, willing to compete at a higher level. And I made 1 year of college and broke up with college and her.
What's your best result in Magic?
I've had a couple of day twos at GPs. I've done a couple of 5Ks and won a couple of those.
That's crazy. You can play Magic while running.
Like 5K, like.
Oh wow.
But most of my success in Magic has always been in the older formats, like Extended, which doesn't even exist anymore. Legacy. I played Standard mainly just to goof off around in local areas, but I never really picked up on that.
Do you still play, or are you all in on Eternal?
I am all in on Eternal. I got kind of fed up with the whole argument with the reprints. I had a really deep Legacy collection, and they started reprinting, and I got scared. And the formats were just getting dull to me. They weren't banning the cards they needed to. I stopped playing.
The reserve
and I
list.
actually started streaming a year ahead of that Hearthstone, and I hated it. Did stream for like a week, got like 5 followers, and quit. And Danny came home. For all you guys out there, my girlfriend's named Danny also.
Girlfriend, excuse you?
Oh, ex-girlfriend. She's my fiance now.
My girlfriend, who I broke up with and then married.
Yeah.
She's gonna get so mad when I start introducing her to people like that. Here's my ex-girlfriend. Anyway, she came home with like a $10 gift card for Steam, and I was looking. It was my birthday last year, and I found Eternal, and I knew the name LSV for Magic. I pick it up, play it for 2 weeks, and I'm like, you know what? I would love to stream this thing, and I started streaming and never looked back.
You are one of the more regular and prolific streamers of you put in a lot of hours streaming.
I used to. I'm trying to get back to it. I didn't get partner, and it kind of put me a sour taste in my mouth, and I kind of stopped the ball.
No one ever gets partner unless you're the blessed child of the game, Sunnyvale. No one ever gets it on the first try. I just applied for the 3rd time. I'm just making it into a giant. I'm making all my rejections into a giant meme on my stream.
Yeah, I just. I had a lot of problems when I applied. My internet crashed where I was living, so I didn't get to stream for like 3 or 4 days.
Oh, that'll do it.
And then I started trying to stream when I shouldn't have, and the internet was going in and out. And of course, like when you log in and you have to log out, it registers an hour, even though you've not been on for an hour. And the first couple of minutes when you stream, you're not going to have viewers, so it hurt my numbers a lot.
That sucks,
but it happens.
So Bassoon, I think the chat wants to see your dog if possible sometime on the stream. They miss seeing Scout because I just keep seeing a dog face. Anyway, that's awesome, Danny.
I would like to have a dog stream with Bassoon Buffoon, have my dogs and your dogs just get together.
I bet Scout is a lovely animal in a lot of ways, but she actually does not like other dogs.
That's perfect. We're just gonna stream them, like
just to stream a live dog fight.
Oh my
word! Is
word!
that a category we can stream under?
Oh man!
Might get in trouble for recommending that.
Mike Vick's dog fighting. Is
that a video tell you what.
Play?
Next time I get on stream, it'd be like, yeah, Bassoon's not with me because the Knoxville Police Department arrested him.
PETA jail.
PETA jail. Oh wow! Oh man! All right, let's move into. From dogfighting
we're stalling because the servers are still down.
And so,
actually,
the I just got a tweet that the servers are going to be unlocking pretty soon. So from Eternal. So
right.
There you go. We got it.
Back through this then.
Let's go through this. All right, we're going to talk about some new. We're going to talk about some new cards that were revealed yesterday to get your thoughts on them, and we're going to talk about Bassoon's favorite cards. The cargo cards. Yes, I say that. Yes, Bassoon, why don't we... I'm going to pull one up here. Hang on, give me a second. I'm going to let's pull the Genève cargo card. There we go. Okay. What do you think about these cards here? Okay.
I hate this cycle of cards.
Okay, let me read what this does real quick for those that are listening. A cargo card is a 1 cost, and it says just... basically one generic, doesn't have any influence requirements. It says draw a fire sigil, time sigil, or primal sigil from your deck. Then it says transmute, and it says 2 fire, 2 time, 2 primal, into a Genève contraband. And then the Genève contraband is 1 cost, has all that influence, and it says choose between a random fire, time, and primal card to create and draw. And there's 5 of these for each different type of factions, I guess, or whatever they're being called. The Ixtan, Winchest, Aurelian, and Corendon. So, but those basically all do the same thing, but give you different things. So what do you think of these? Go ahead, Bassoon, talk about them. Why do you hate them? Give us insight.
I think I'm okay with like some RNG. I like Kaifas a lot. Kaifas is one of my favorite cards in the game. I think Seraph RNG is fine. I don't mind Seraph. But this is like a pretty easy requirement to meet. You don't like Seraph, Danny?
I don't like King. Like I hate beating my opponent's deck. Like utterly destroying, like, you know, when I'm playing control or anything mid range, and absolutely answering everything, and then the king comes down, and I have the answer, and then still I lose the game because of RNG. Like,
well, you know what? It sounds like you didn't have the answer.
Oh, I hate the card. I have the answer to the deck. The thing is like you could just throw that card in that deck, and it's, you know, 15 abilities. Right? Well, when the card came out, there's 15 abilities in the game. Random 3 of them. You're gonna hit a good one. I hate the card. I play the card, but I hate the card, and I hate the idea that Eternal might become more RNG. And with this new cards coming out, like that, kind of just solidifies that it might be happening, and I don't like that.
So yeah, so my problem with this mechanic, it's very similar to Hearthstone's Discover mechanic, right? Mm-hmm. Is the pool of cards that these things can pull from. I think it was confirmed on Discord that the Contrabands can pull multi-faction cards. That's well over like 60-70% of the cards in the game. You have to play around for the rest of that game.
Yeah, it's annoying. It infuriates me to know that.
I forgot to pull it up, but what is that? It's a primal, but it's that bird creature that has Berserk, and it says every time it attacks, create and draw like one random cost card.
It's a opposite of Crow.
The Crow.
Oh, I hate
I'm
that.
fine with Crow. I like Crow.
I don't like that. Oh, I don't like that card.
It's a 2/2 for 3, understated even for a 2-drop, and it has to live a turn to attack. It's fine. It's not that big a deal. If you let a 2/2 flyer live for a turn and attack, you deserve to get hit by the
so the whole teacher.
Well, it's the whole play like Haunting Scream, right? Haunting Scream makes that card crazy sometimes.
Yeah.
Who's screaming Crow?
Oh, I've seen
it. There's the green version deck that's trying to play like Revigorate because all your 1-drops, you know, your giant growths. You can hit all these effects, and the green Haunting Scream deck plays it.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, that's just my opinion. Go ahead. But yeah, these are here like.
Go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry.
That's my stance on the card. I'm gonna get blown out of it by Decimate off the top every single time, and I'm only gonna draw like an Oni Ronin from it. So, you know, whatever. I hate it. It's going to blow me out every time it's played against me, and I'm never going to get a good one.
Yeah, if you go on teamringstar.com and look at my profile page on there, it says, I love card games, but I hate the word random when it's used on a card. And it's true. Like, I just don't like the word random. When I see that, I just, like, cringe. I'm like, oh, no. Like, I don't know. Yeah. I mean, I think these cards will be played. They're fine. I'm going to play them, but it's just like...
they're so good you have to play them is the thing.
Yeah, these pretty much, if you're playing in those colors, they replace Seek Power, right? Pretty much. I mean,
exactly.
Yeah, that's what they pretty much do. They're just an upgrade. So, anyway, any last words on that before we move on to our next cards or set of cards?
Okay. Somebody clip this. If I'm wrong, then I'll be happy to be wrong, and you can make fun of me. But I'm probably not wrong.
He'll eat a banana peel. No, I'm just kidding. Okay. All right. There is new merchants. All right. Yes, new merchants. These, I'm excited about these. These are pretty cool. I'm gonna throw them all I'll throw them up on the screen here. Actually, let me throw them all. I have all of them. I'll just throw them all up there, and we can talk about them. There we go. So, what do you think about these? These right here. I'm gonna read just a little bit what they say real quick. But the black market,
like a general overview. We don't need to get super deep on every single one.
Oh no. That's what I'm doing. They're all on the screen, so we're just going to talk about what black market does. You can read what the cards do. They all have a different ability, like lifesteal, spell damage, whatever. But their keyword is black market, and a black market is a market that can't contain any of the same cards as your starting deck. So basically, you can't have an Icaria in your market, and one in the deck only has to be one or the other. But these are multi-faction, well, I guess multi-influence or multi-faction card or faction cards, I guess. So, what do you think about this?
You excited, Danny?
Yeah. As a deck builder, I'm definitely excited. It introduces some things. I really hope going forward that we don't keep having deck lists revealed, because these seem to make it more exciting, cards that aren't necessarily played. Right now everyone's got the markets and they all figure 3 Razan's main, 1 sideboard, things like this. But this kind of opens up for some really crazy building, like cards that you would normally not see might be included. Yeah, really excited.
Yeah, I'm pretty pumped about it. I mean, the open closed deck list argument is one for another day.
Yeah, that's why I stopped. I was like,
but I think that I think this would have been maybe a little bit more satisfying way for merchants to have always been designed with the can only pull cards from market, like you can only put cards in the market that did not start in your deck. But the combo, there's going to be a lot of interesting like 8-12 merchant decks in the format, and I'm ready to get beat up by them.
Yes. I think I'm going to highlight one because I think is really interesting is the ambush one. The Ibn Dune Smuggler, the one that has ambush, that you can basically instant speed to grab something from your mark. Oh, in a sense, it's like a fast spell or a fast, you can grab something when they're attacking, ambush, grab a spell, use that. I think that's kind of cool. We're going to see a lot of that for like Xenon decks and other that has Time and Shadow, because that's just a good card, I think. But I want to highlight, I think the design of these cards are really well done though, and they'll see play.
So going into the market, they mentioned in the article, going into the market for like a fast spell to blow out your opponent is like a really cool thing to do. But I think the real power of the ambush one is going into market end of turn to since your opponent has already played their turn, right? And now you have like a pretty clear plan of what you need to do on your turn.
Yeah.
And I think the ability to go into market end of turn and start a fresh turn with your new market card is an incredibly powerful mechanic.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah. I see something like this with like ions, anything with ambush, and like your opponent, like, oh, I'm not gonna get hit, so like swing out, and then my turn, or at the end of turn, I play like ion. I play this card, go get a Sindel, untap. Now I've got 2 attackers you didn't know about. Play a Sindel, and I could see that play happening a lot. The ambush is probably the one I like the most, and then the Rakano one, just because Rakano has always had some really good market cards to go get.
Tired of getting blown up by harsh roll? Just play everything on your opponent's turn.
Right? Is I'll say that for the deck because I have some I want to say more about this card. But anyway, but yeah, these cards are cool. I'm looking forward to playing with them, and so they're definitely, I think, must crafts for all the factions there. So. Any last words on these before we move on to probably the biggest news of the set?
Yeah, keep it rolling, dude.
All right. Let's go on to sight cards. That's right, sight cards. These are pretty cool. The first one I'm going to throw up here is Daizo's Office. It says your units have lifesteal. It says Daizo's agenda, scheme, threaten. It has Scheme, Threaten, and Cut Ties. Those are 3 cards. And do you want to explain this, Bassoon, or do you want me to?
Okay, so the way it works is you play it out. That number right in the middle there, the 4 on Daizo's Office, is that site's health. And when your opponent declares attackers, they will declare if they're attacking a site or your life points directly. And so for every turn that the site exists, you get to choose one of the 3 cards on the agenda to play for free, and then at the end of those, on the 4th turn that it exists, it will summon the person's agenda, in this case Daizo, which is the 4/6 for 5 or whatever. I think people are a little underwhelmed at the power level of the cards that the sites can play, and just like the general level of the cards. I don't think they realize, anybody who's complaining about that, I don't think they realize how good one card that can be 5 cards is. That's what, just drawing one card that plays 4 other cards is good. No matter how, like, the cards it plays has to be very, very bad for that card not to be good.
For sure. I'm sure SifuDanny has some things since he played Magic, and these are they're different than Planeswalkers from Magic the Gathering. Just to give you an example, I'm going to throw like one of the most powerful planewalkers in Magic the Gathering. It's called Teferi. And this has some crazy things. Draws cards, and it has an ultimate at the end that says every time you draw a card, if you get to the ultimate, you basically remove a permanent from your opponents. That can be anything. So every time you draw a card, you remove a permanent. That's the ultimate. And these are kind of like Planeswalker cards from Magic the Gathering. But I think they're better and more balanced because
they destroy themselves after the stuff is complete, right?
Well, that too, and you get a unit. And these can help you win the game, but they won't outright win you the game. Does that make sense? Like, they'll help you. Yeah. You have to do, like, Planeswalkers in Magic the Gathering, pretty much, if you get to the ultimate, will win you the game. Like, you protect that thing, you'll win the game. And, like, Planeswalkers are must-kill in Magic the Gathering. If you're playing a Planeswalker, it's a must-kill for your opponent. Otherwise, you gain such a huge advantage. You'll win. These right here, if you're playing aggro, you can kind of ignore this. If they have no minions, whatever, you can just go face. Or if you have a different strategy, if you have a plan like, okay, in 2 turns, no matter, because you know what they're going to do every turn, one of those 3 things. And you can say, okay, I'm just going to plan my game plan around this, ignore this, and go straight face to take them out. So, SifuDanny, what do you think about sites?
Oh, okay. I'm being corrected in chat. Sites don't destroy themselves. They actually stay on the field for the passive effect that they have.
I was about to say that.
Yep.
I got a few things about this, and that was one of them I was going to address. The big thing is a lot of people don't realize, like, not only do you get these 3 cards, there's an effect with these cards. For instance, the office one makes your units have life steal. That's pretty huge.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good thing to have. It does cost 7 though.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, you can hold back, protect your unit, protect your life total, protect the sites by gaining enough life to, make something that you have to tap out on 7.
Yeah,
might be worth it. But I would like a few things with sites. With this new mechanic, they're having to go back on some of the spells. Pillar of Flames got better because of this, like Torch and Obliterate, one of the 2 most used burn spells in the game. Can't affect some. So like Pillar of Flames is going to see a lot better, and it might, like, do you ask yourself, do you want to put those main? Do you really want to have a 2 damage 1 spell? Or do you just play this in the market so you have a guaranteed, kind of like Boar for relics, you kind of have a guaranteed hit for sites. One thing, I don't like to try to compare. I mean, I do name stuff after Magic terms, but one thing is significantly different is in Magic, you can separate your attackers into like to attack a Planeswalker, to attack your opponent's life total. In this game, you have to choose. And as an aggro player, I really don't want to take my 10 damage and try to kill something that has 4 life total. So I see in this matchup, not every game, but I see in this game going in a direction where sites will live against an aggro player, but not necessarily in a mid-range matchup.
Okay, that makes sense.
One of the few things I don't like, Armory has always been on the downside, even though Eric did well in Worlds with a Armory deck. Relic weapons can't attack sites, so already Armory is on the down low. Already weapons are getting worse as the game has come out. I know you said you've been around since beta. Weapons were really effective, and then they've slowly been pushing them out the door. And with the inclusion of sites and weapons not being able to attack them, I think it's hurting Armory even more.
It does feel like sometimes they've overbalanced. Like weapons were like maybe a little too good in like before set 2 came out. But then they have like introduced all these ways to like interact with weapons and like all these ways to beat weapons, and like nerfed the weapons at the same time.
Yeah, right. Like
they
make
like
good weapons now.
Yeah,
make good weapons now. Like literally most times people just play a red market because of the card Boar. Like
I just want Charge Chain Flail to have Overwhelm. That's all I want. Give me Overwhelm Charge Chain Flail, and I will brew with it.
But that's what I have to say about Sight. Like, there's a lot of possibilities in it. I do like that it sticks around, and also it takes the spot of 2 units. So you're not allowed to have 11 units plus Sight. You have to have 10 units plus Sight.
Does Sights die to Harsh Roll?
No, I don't believe so.
I guess it says kill all enemy units, huh?
Yeah, yeah.
Got a question real quick. Maybe I'm looking here. When you play a Sight, you only can play. You can play more than one site, right? Or can it be multiple sites that are the same card, or is it just one? I don't know if that says that anywhere.
I haven't looked too into it, but I'm assuming, and that's the problem with this, is assuming that If it's counting as a unit, you're probably going to be able to play multiples.
Okay.
Taco Lord in chat asked, does Boar not work on sites? It does not work on sites. Boar says specifically attachment, and a site is not an attachment.
Yes, I'm looking here. I don't see anything. That I guess possibly you can play like multiple sites that are the same.
I'm assuming you can.
Yeah.
There's no like Planeswalker legend rule.
So I was just wondering about that. That'd be kind of interesting. Anyway, I guess you're building the same building or same site. I don't know how. We have to ask Manton Man about that, how that would work in lore and having. So I'm excited to play these. When I saw these, I was just like, oh, this is all. I've been waiting for Eternal to do something because, a lot of the devs are from the Magic the Gathering background, so there's some influence from that here, and I knew that eventually that they were going to do something similar to Planeswalkers, but I think this is a very unique and awesome idea to use in the game. And so I definitely like it. It's not, because some people are getting mad at, it's just copying Magic the Gathering. No, they took the idea, but I believe they made it better. And because you're actually using cards from inside the game on every turn, because you're choosing one of three, then you get a unit at the end. I think it's a difference enough. And anyway, I like it.
I've always said that, Magic's a great in real life game, but Eternal is better online. You get to explore so many cool mechanics that you would not in real life, like Warcry and all those things. I had something else to say about sites, but I lost it.
All right, let's keep it moving. The show's getting a little long in the tooth.
I would like to say that, I hope that they don't, in Planeswalkers, when Planeswalkers came, we were always looking for the new Planeswalkers as every set that came out. I'm hoping that with sites, they don't try to do that. Every set, we're looking and waiting to see what sites. I'm hoping that they keep making them, but I don't want them to be what everyone's wanting and looking for.
Yeah,
the only card people are excited about.
Exactly, like the overpowered cards, whatever. Anyway, all right, moving on. Let's go on to, we're going to go on to Deck of the Week, but we're going to be talking about what decks or what cards we're looking to play to close out the show. So, because there's lots of new cards, we talked about some of them. Bassoon, you want to, actually, SifuDanny, you want to start us off with what you're excited to play? Do you have anything in mind?
Yeah, I have two decks. One is my Funzy deck that I play on ladder, my 4-color mask. I'm waiting to see the new cards. In that deck, I play 8 merchants, and I really like the ambush being put in there. I won't make me play 8 anymore.
Are you going to play that 9-cost time relic?
Maybe. Like I said, I'm really excited to try new things out in that. As far as competitiveness, though, there was a deck a couple months ago that came around. It was really good on ladder, not necessarily that good on tournament play. The FJS Oathbook deck that, you swung with one unit, it kept getting bigger, you dark returned. And there's a new card called Display of Ambition that I'm excited. It's a double dark return. It has a double dark return effect. Draw 2 units from your void, take 2 damage. What makes this exciting is it's a fast spell. We've never had a fast spell dark return that can return Destiny units into the play immediately and have as blockers. And the rest of the abilities on the card isn't too bad either. Your units get +1 and Overwhelm. I like to make sure it doesn't say end of turn. This is just permanently. And then the third ability is killing
Isn't it Quick Draw, not Overwhelm?
No, it's your units get +1 and Overwhelm.
Oh, okay. I thought it was Quick Draw. I'm an idiot. I'm sorry.
And then kill an enemy unit with 5 health or more. So, all 3 abilities are great. It being a fast spell, it being costing 3. When you pass your opponent's turn, they're probably thinking you're keeping up a torch or something with a pause. They're not probably expecting this 3 cost. At least week 1, week 2 of the set. If the deck gets popular, then people know what's up. But super excited to build around this card.
Yeah. Sounds fun.
Yeah, Display of Ambition. That I'm excited for that card. That is a good card. It is a really good card. So I threw it up on screen, so if anyone wants to read it and see what it does, but I'm looking forward to playing it. All right, Bassoon, what about you?
3 things I'm going to do today is I'm going to go in my collection screen immediately and look for the new Yetis and build Yetis.
Chunk.
Please let there be a 2-drop. That's all I want, Direwolf. Just give me a 2-drop that I'm not mad I have to put in my deck.
Would you rather a 2-drop or something to answer some of the problems that Yetis have?
The problems that Yetis have is that it wants to be like an aggro mid-range deck, but it can't generate enough tempo to do that. If I can curve 1, 2, 3, 4, then Yetis is a really good deck. But the one drop, it has like one even decent one drop in the Snowcrest, the Aegis 2-1, and then it has one kind of broken 2-drop with the Champion of Fury, but then nothing else before 3.
Would you like to try to go into a different color than Skycrag with it? Like if there's really good cards?
I've thought about adding Shadow, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll look into it and see what I can play in it. I just love Yetis, and I love the way Slope Sergeant makes you think about playing kind of an aggro-y deck. And I would like for it to be at least decent. A second thing I'm going to build is Fire Primal Shadow Elves. I really want to hit a champion of... I really want to hit a champion of Cunning with a Quarry, and then recur it with the new Recursion Elf, because it can only recur elves that cost 4 or less. And then the last deck I'm going to build today is Fire Primal Time Moment of Creation. I think Moment of Creation got some good tools, and I think it's going to be a good deck.
I didn't think about that, but yeah, sounds pretty spicy.
Awesome. All right, for me, I want to play the Eben Dune Smuggler, the Ambush Merchant, and to basically ambush into another ambush unit and kind of like chain a couple ambush units. I don't know if you can. I want to try that out. Like, what is it, Cabal Countess? You know, she's an ambush unit. So play that one, then another one, so you would have 2 extra units at the end of your turn type thing, you know. I think that'd be kind of cool. I don't know if that'll work. That could be a pretty good big tempo swing for, you know, turn 6, turn 7, around there. So I want to try that out, mess around with ambush units. My dream is one day that there's enough cards to make an ambush deck. I really want to just, like, as many units possible to have that keyword ambush on it, and that'd be kind of fun. And so, I don't know.
Shadowlands Feaster. What do you
Tell you're a Magic player, that whole draw ghost scenario.
I tell you what, and then yeah, my favorite decks in Magic were dragon decks, so I love those things. Those were fun. Black red dragons. That's what. Anyway, but and then Bassoon took part of my thunder. Definitely the elf, trying to build an elf deck, and so that's definitely I want to try and do with that. But those are just, I've been pretty busy this week, and those are just been the 2 things I've been looking at and thinking about. So those are 2 things I'm going to try today. Play some elves, and you can tell I'm a Magic player too, because in Legacy I liked playing elves anyway. And so, and yes, yeah. And it was mainly Modern that I played elves, and I have an elf deck, Modern elf deck. Anyway, that's Magic. But anyway, so I was excited to see Eternal get more elf support, and I'm like, yes. That'd be awesome to have a viable deck. Kind of like that.
I'm excited the route they went with elves in Eternal too. Like it's completely different in a lot of different games. Like the Dark Shadow. Like I'm really happy that they went a completely different route, and it looks very interesting. For sure.
And I'm excited for that too. They don't, like I said, they're doing a good job with the space creating. They're using to create new content and everything for the game. So the digital space, they're using it well. So anyway, so that's what we're gonna do. That's what I'm going to do. So, all right, let's move on to our closing thoughts. Here we go. SifuDanny, where can they find you? Your Twitch? Do you have a Discord? And do you have any shout-outs?
Yeah, I do have a stream. It is SifuDanny, twitch.tv/SifuDanny. I have a Discord called Dojo. If you go to my stream, you can find it there. I have a Twitter account, mainly used every once in a while, not often. And I do have a YouTube channel that I'm trying to start up that's doing some things with SPG. And then also I do a couple deck tech series. And then if someone does something unique with a deck in the ETS, I try to get an interview with them. And that's just youtube.com/user/SifuDanny87.
Awesome. Where can they on YouTube? Is it SifuDanny also? Just go there, subscribe. Is that your
okay?
Yeah,
youtube.com/user/SifuDanny87.
I will do that after the show, and I encourage everyone else to go do it, help them out. All right, no problem. Bassoon, what about you?
You can follow me on Twitter at Human Venipede. It is the best name on the website. No one will ever convince me to change it. Looking at you, Yotabite. My Twitch is twitch.tv/BassoonBuffoon. I will not be streaming today. I'm going to take the day off, and I'm going to stream tomorrow morning, Friday morning, and Sunday evening with all my new cards and my new little critter decks. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all very much.
Awesome. You can find me on Twitter at WhatTheDeckHS. I tweet about mostly Eternal card game, maybe a few other card games, sometimes Nintendo stuff. So that is where you can find me. My shout out for this week, just SifuDanny, thank you for coming on. Okay, I know
Thank you for having me. I really enjoyed it.
No. It was a great discussion. I enjoyed it, and so thank you so much. Thank you, Bassoon, for putting up with me as always. You're an awesome person, and also he has the coolest hat right now. So I definitely, I just every time I look at it, I want that hat. But also you can follow our.
It's a real hoot.
It's a real hoot. Oh my word. Oh man, all the puns are coming out as I try to close the show. Okay, you can follow our podcast at From the Voidcast, or you can follow our sister show, which is a Hearthstone podcast, at HeroPower_cast. Our website is FromTheVoidPodcast.com. That has all the episodes they get put up there. But also go to our YouTube channel. If you look at ECMMO Gamers, that's ECMMO Gamers, and subscribe to that. All the episodes, the video episodes go on YouTube, and that would be awesome as well. So thank you for watching. Have fun with Defiance today, and next week we'll see you from the Void.
Hey guys, this is Avantes, producer for From the Void and Hero Power. I just wanted to take a moment and ask you a couple of questions and tell you about this really great new service. Do you love playing Eternal? Do you think you would make a good Eternal coach? Are you looking for a way to earn a little side money? Well, there's a great new service called GameFlip.com/gigs. It's a great way to turn your skills into cash, whether it's helping people with deck design in Eternal or coaching someone on how to get to Masters. GameFlip will match you with someone looking for your specific skill set and get you paid. Right now, if you sign up during the beta, you can earn an extra 10% on every gig that you work. So basically, if you help somebody by giving them a few minutes of your time and teaching them to build a deck, they pay you $10. You get $1 back absolutely free. If you do a job, if you do multiple jobs that earn you $100, you get $10 back free. Absolutely. On top of that, it builds to a maximum of $1,000 back on every gig that you do. So 10% of every gig right back into your pocket as a bonus. If this sounds like something that might interest you, then head over to GameFlip.com/gigs, apply for the beta. You get to set your rates, you get to set your gigs. All of it is under your control, and it's all backed by the GameFlip guarantee. So check it out, sign up, and let them know you heard about it right here on From the Void.